Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and today it's my first day without my sister, but my vacation's not over yet. I'm here at Animal Kingdom. I'm gonna go see the animals today. Yeah, let's go do it. Let's do it. So Animal Kingdom, how do I describe it? It's not a zoo. It's so much more. It's a salute to animals in all their forms. Past, present, mythical, and nature. I mean, the tree of life welcomes us. What more do I have to say? That tree blows my mind every time. And as we get closer later on, we'll take a look at all those animal carvings on the tree because they are fascinating. So what's my game plan for today? I'm kind of winging it. I got up early, but not early enough to rope drop or hit early entry. It's about, I don't know, 10 after 9 right now. Rope drop was at 9, so I'm here like, I guess just after rope drop. There's already an hour wait for Avatar Flight of Passage, but everything else in the park right now is a 5 or 10 minute wait. So essentially walk on. It's good and early. I figure I'm gonna do the animal thing. I'm gonna head to Kilimanjaro safaris first. And I like eating lunch in Pandora, so I'm gonna hit that midday because there's gonna be a line no matter when I go. To get to Kilimanjaro safaris, when you get in and you hit the Tree of Life, you turn left, and that's the way to Africa and Pandora. I love the theming in the Africa section. It's like very, very immersive, and it really feels like you're in a market town. Anytime that theming makes you question if something is real or something is just prop, it's awesome theming. I mean, look behind me. The level of detail in this section, so thoughtful and so, I mean, I know I said immersive already, but it is. It really makes you feel like you're in the place they're trying to recreate, and I love that. I just got in the queue for Kilimanjaro safaris, and it has like the names of different animals that we might see on our wild safari adventure. And this, according to theming, is where you would book your adventure. But, I mean, you don't really have to book an adventure. That's just theming. We have a very communicative bird over here.
Into the Giraffe Wildlife Reserve. One of the largest and most
and this is just in the queue for the safari. This bird is just communicating with all of us. There are also these fun facts on the wall, like a giraffe can run around 30 miles an hour. Who knew they were that fast? Then there are the signs that date themselves. Do not drop film cases. Any film cases? It's been a while. I mean, I remember them. I used to have them, but it's been quite a while. And in my vehicle, they have an animal spotting guide, and we're getting ready to go.
Also, just be mindful too of the volume. We are guests entering the homes of these animals, so we do want to show them respect and courtesy. Other than that, we'll have a good time. Pull out those cameras for photos. We're heading into the forest here, where animals like to camouflage, hide themselves to protect them from predators. No copy across the water there. It's known for those beautiful black and white stripes on their legs, kind of like party pants.
These
they
party
are not
pants.
Related to zebra though, so don't let the stripes fool you. Anybody know who their closest living relative is?
Giraffe.
I heard a few people whisper, yeah, giraffe.
It's a greater kudu.
Measuring up to about 55 inches tall at the shoulder. More camouflage, take a peek to your left. Obviously, then the giraffe's vertebrae a lot longer, taller than ours. Now the giraffe are too close to the road, so I'm not able to stop for safety. Pull out those cameras. I see a lot of you already have them ready. And it's actually, I mean, look how long their legs are. They're so tall, which is actually why it's pretty impressive. Coming up to your left, you're going to see a giraffe sitting down. It's going to be, and while those stripes confuse predators, they're not so confusing for baby zebra like the ones you see here. Baby zebra, they actually imprint on their mamas, memorize her striping pattern, and pick mama out in a herd. How cool is that? And Harper's Mountain zebras, they actually face endangerment. Ones that you might not know of are going to be their gorgeous ears. Elephants have loads of blood vessels running through those ears. Notice how they're flapping them just ever so slightly. They're in the shade, not in the sun, so they don't need to pull themselves off too much, but it's happening. They flap their ears because with all those blood vessels running through them, gets the blood circulating, like I said, like a car radiator. They can cool themselves down.
So that safari was great. We got to see some baby zebras, we saw giraffes and rhinos and elephants. They have ear conditioning. They said they flap their ears to keep themselves cool, so it's ear conditioning. Also, as the safari was ending, our safari driver told us about how batteries, like in electronics, can affect the ecosystem of the animals. And what's happening is that a material that's needed to make like the batteries in our electronics is being mined, and it's affecting the habitats of a lot of endangered animals. So she told us about an organization called Earth 911 that tells you where your nearest battery recycling center is. So I thought that was a great bit of information to share. Okay, onward. When you get off of the safari, there's Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, which is a walking trail full of animals. And it's some of the same animals from the safari, but it also has different animals as well. This is sort of a little map of what it looks like. Here you start here, it's a big loop around. And they also have gorillas here. So let's go see some animals. Right over here, there's a little monkey playing with that bucket. He's behind the bucket right now. But he was just getting a little treat out of the bucket. Let me see if I could swing around the side so we could see him better. There he is. There he is. See, he's sitting there with the bucket and he's nibbling on his treat. I'm not sure if it's a calibu monkey or a howler monkey. I'm going to see if I could find out what kind of monkey he is. But he clearly has something nami in that bucket that he likes. Okay, confirmed. It was a calibus monkey. Over here there's some okapi. Pretty active, walking around, eating some shrubs. It's breakfast time. Why not? Why not? This is like more of that theming detail that I love. So it's like they have a little bit of okapi facts, and they made it like there's an article about it. And then they have these clipboards where it's like they were doing observations of different okapi. It's like female okapi. So it tells a little story about the animals. So the next area is going to be themed for a research center. So let's go see the Gorilla Falls Research Center. Let's do it. This area is the naked mole rat study burrow. And if you look in the little holes, there are little mole rats. Let me see if I can get a little closer one. Hang on. And then it had to be my favorite, the snacks. Snack is sleeping under the log, and that's okay by me. He can stay sleeping under the log. That is fine. Here's another snack. He too is hiding beneath the rock, and that is fine by me. He can continue to hide there, but that's fine. But look how brave I'm being. Look how close I got. Hello, snack. Okay, that research area enters into the aviary, and there's all these birdies flying around. Hippo! I found a hippo! There's a hippo! He's just resting underwater, surrounded by all these fish. Oh, he's getting his air. He's getting his air gulp. Look at that! Look at that! Big hippo drinking his air! Oh, he's magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. So when I was on the safari ride, the safari driver told us that the hippos will hold their breath for 8 minutes. 8 minutes before they have to come up for another gulp of air. They said that's when they're asleep, and they sleep a lot during the day, and they sleep in the water to protect their skin. That's what we were told on the safari ride. And who does not love a meerkat? It's Timon. Hi, Timon. Oh, here comes his friend. He's coming around the corner there. They are so sweet. Oh my goodness, look at those little faces. They're all in the burrow and they're coming out of the burrow. Oh my goodness. The next section has gorillas, and there's one right here by the glass. I hope he stays there by the time it's my turn to see him. Look, baby's eating. Took all these ferns off the tree. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
There's not a lot of
So sweet. They were like baby gorillas. They were so adorable, and they were eating the greens. Oh, he was so little. He's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love animals. I love animals. That was the Gorilla Falls exploration trail. Lots of great animals, and you could do it at your own pace, so you could spend as much or as little time at each animal stop as you want. So I was on my way to the Festival of the Lion King, but I caught the performance over in Harambe, where it's very interactive. They do dancing and they're playing music and they're like teaching you different dances, and it's so much fun. It's so much. I'm so glad I caught that. I've enjoyed that. I usually stop by that performance, and I'm glad I, like, by happenstance ran into it. Perfect timing. Happy accident, ended well. Love it. But I am on my way to Festival of the Lion King. I arrived about a half hour ahead of start time, and we're in the front row, just behind the reserved seats.
Pandora, welcome. We have been expecting you. We are here today to welcome you, one and all, to the Festival of the Lion King.
We are the humble hello.
Absolutely love the Festival of the Lion King show, and it's like the performances are amazing, but it's not just a retelling of the Lion King, because a lot of shows in the Disney parks, they are retellings of the original story. This uses the music from the Lion King, but puts it to acrobatics and fire spinners and aerialists, and it gives it a whole new life of its own, and they represent the different animals, and it's just so delightful. And they have our audience participation. They split you into teams. I was team giraffe this time, and we had our little giraffe heads like this, and we said the giraffe noise went bah, so we went bah whenever they called on team giraffe. And they also will select kids from the audience to participate at different points in the show. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. If you're gonna pick one show to see in the Animal Kingdom, Festival of the Lion King. I love it. It's absolutely delightful. So it's midday, and I think it's about time to go to another world of Pandora. It's the Pandora area. It's right next to the Africa area, so it's very easy to just sort of mosey right on in. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I crossed the bridge that goes along the little river, and you start hearing these animal noises and insects being piped in as you approach Pandora. The light fixtures change to these interesting Pandorian light fixtures, and you can tell we are getting closer to Pandora. So if you're familiar with the Avatar movies, it follows the story of the Na'vi and what's going on there. Pandora was their world. And the way that this is set the Navi and the Alpha Centaurians, the humans. The humans are gone, but their equipment is still here. But they have found a way to let nature reclaim it. And it's this interesting blend of the Navi and the leftover Alpha Centaurians. But this is one of the most beautiful, architecturally stunning, I mean, just masterpieces of Disney, and the way that they did these floating islands over here. I'll get a whole bunch of different angles of them, but the floating islands are like the centerpiece of this. So right now I am underneath these floating islands. And there are two rides in the Pandora area. There is Flight of Passage, which is like a 3D simulator where you get to experience what it would be like to ride on a banshee. And there is the Navi River Journey, which is a slow-moving boat ride. They both have about an hour wait right now, so I'm gonna hop on Flight of Passage before that line goes up, because it generally stays at an hour or more. So if it's at an hour, this is the time to hop in it. And you know you're at the entrance of the ride when you see this wicker banshee. This is the beginning of the queue line. Starts outdoors before going indoors. But it is just spectacular. Absolutely gorgeous. There's water features, there's rock formations, there's plant life, there's alien plant life. It's, oh my gosh, look at this plant life. Look at this. It's just the thought that went into creating this truly does make you feel like you've stepped on another planet. Some more wicker art. It's like another banshee. There's art on the caves, like cave paintings. Look at that. The Navi have been telling their story on the wall of the caves. It's becoming more industrial, like the Alpha Centaurians have been here. Definitely Alpha Centaurians have been here. Look at this. They're like underground or something. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Ooh, bioluminescence. We're now in a laboratory, and it's telling us about threats to the banshee ecosystem. This is important information. We have to help the banshees. The lab set up. I wonder what their experiments are. Ooh, shiny. Look at this cool little spiky thing. It's exploring its container. And then on the information card, it says that it's highly active and organized movement. And it says at the bottom, more dirt equals more activity. Up on these monitors, it's showing how they link the driver to their avatar. So it picks a driver, and it picks an avatar, and it makes sure you're a good match. And just in case you weren't sure what an avatar was, there's an avatar right in there, right in the tube. That's so incredible. Just got to merge on an hour wait. It only took me 40 minutes to get here. Nice. So I just got off the Avatar Flight of Passage. It never ceases to amaze me how incredible that technology is. The screen is so big, you don't even see the edges of the screen. It feels so immersive. And like the part that always gets me, because of the way the seat is, you sort of like straddle it, like you're sitting on a banshee, right? You can feel it breathing. It's like on your thighs, breathing. Like, it's incredible. The level of detail and thought, and love it. And it's like there are these water scenes, and there's these mists of water, and the smells. Like when you go into the bioluminescent botanical area, the smell is, oh my gosh, it's like a combination of relaxing and delicious. And I have no other way of describing that, but like you get a whiff of it and you're like, fabulous. Speaking of delicious, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime, and Satuli Canteen is here. Let's go get lunch. So Satuli Canteen is like what used to be a hangar for the Alpha Centauri people, and the Navi took it back over, and it's like the commissary. And this is lunch. So they do different bowls. So this is a chicken bowl over veggies, over salad. You also have the option of doing it over a potato hash. And I think there's a noodle option if I'm not mistaken, but I'll double check on that. Okay, so confirm. These are the things you could have it topped on. So it's a potato hash, noodles, rice and beans, or a salad. So I have the salad. So I have finished my lunch and I'm heading for a lovely boat ride through the bioluminescent forest on the Navi River journey. That is my destination now. So from over there, that's where I came from. That's Tule Canteen. I walked under the floating mountains over here. This waterfall. So it was posted as a 55-minute wait. This is probably the longest that I've ever been in line for this ride as a posted wait. Because it is a slow-moving ride, but it's very beautiful. So that's probably the max I'd be willing to stand in line for it. But I did not get Genie Plus today. If I did get Genie Plus, that would be a different story. But the line is in shade, they have lots of fans, and we'll clock it. We'll see if it's a true 55, because we've been doing good. They've been overestimating the wait times, so we'll see. We have a Disney squirrel in the line with us. He thinks he's gonna go on the Navi River journey, but he's not. He's not allowed on the ride, but he is in the queue. He is in the queue searching for noms. So I got to merge at 24 minutes and 53 seconds. Not the 55-minute posted wait time. Not at all. So Navi River journey, it's so beautiful. When Pandora first opened, the park stayed open later and the whole land lit up with the bioluminescence. And at this point, the park closes before sunset. The only way to see bioluminescence of Pandora is on the Navi River journey ride. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's a slow-moving boat ride, and you just enjoy the ambiance of what is Pandora. What more can you ask for? But the time has come to move on. The rest of the park awaits. Let's head out. So I have come back through the front of the park. I'm by the Tree of Life. I'm going this way towards Dino Land. Dino Land, USA. Exploration, excavation, exultation. So I was heading over to the dinosaur ride, but behind me, I see Daisy Duck. I'm gonna go meet Daisy Duck. I just got to meet Daisy Duck. She had these great sunglasses. They look like a pterodactyl. And I told her I loved them, and she said she designed everything herself. And she showed me her board with all of her designs that she did. Very talented duck. Very, very talented duck, that Daisy. Oh, look, everybody. It's your friend and mine, the iguanodon. Let's go help save him. Let's go get that dino. We have some carnotauruses. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. He's a big old dino.
Time travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll!
I so have fun on the dinosaur ride. It is a bouncy, jerky, burpy kind of like ride in a like an all-terrain type of vehicle, and they send you back in a time rover to go save our friend the iguanodon. It does have like loud noises, big carnotauruses, so littles might be a little overwhelmed by it, but if you like, you know, dinosaurs, you're not afraid of a carnotaurus and you're not afraid of the dark, and you can handle a lot of bumps and turbulence. It's a great ride. I have so much fun on this thing. And fun fact, if you know the Indiana Jones ride in California's Magic Kingdom Park at Disneyland, the track is the same. It's the same track. Fun fact. Just totally, the theming is totally different. Obviously, Dinosaur Indiana Jones. But the track is the same. So right now, I kind of feel like Dino Land is figuring out life. It doesn't quite know what to do with itself, and it's a work in progress. In the Dino-Rama area, see this big blue fence? Behind this blue fence used to be Primeval Whirl, which was like a twisty coaster type of ride that is no more, obviously. There is also this classic spinner. It's Triceratops Spin. I never noticed all the little stars on the bottom of the Triceratopses before. Those are great. So right now there's a lot of kind of open real estate, so to say, that it's figuring out life. It's figuring out life after extinction. Just past the Dino Land area is the theater where Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond is. I unfortunately missed the show. It's between show times. I don't know if I'll swing back at an appropriate time or not, but I've seen it before. The Little Nemo show, it's a retelling of the Nemo story from the first movie, and it's done with actors, acrobats, and puppets. And it's a lot of fun. It really, really is a great story. I'm just not sure if I want to sit down for it because it is a longer show. I am currently on my way to Everest. I'm feeling a bit coastery. So Everest is a high-speed thrill coaster that is themed for as if you were going on an expedition to Mount Everest and the Yeti is there. And it's also one of the few rides as a single rider line. I'm gonna go use it. Okay, so the bizarre entrance right here, single rider is right to the side of it. Oh man, I just rode Everest 3 times in a row. Just before the drop, like you go backwards first and then you go forwards, and the part where it changes from backwards to forwards, they held us there for like moments, and it was like, because you know you're about to drop. You know you're about to drop, and just sitting there like, are we gonna go? Are we gonna go? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? And it's like you're just sitting there, and then you go. That was awesome and nerve-wracking simultaneously. I think I've also learned that 3 rounds on Everest in a row is the magic number. I'm starting to feel it after that, so I think a break is in order. So. Everest is right by the China Expedition Trail and Kali River Rapids. I'm gonna skip Kali River. It's one of those like big raft rides where it's like you will get wet, you may get soaked, and I don't feel like getting soaked, so I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna look at a few more animals on the China Bengali Trail, and that might be it. That might be the end of the park day, but we're not there yet. Let's go see some animals. So it's the Maharaja Jungle Track. So the first animal on this trail is a dragon. No, seriously, it is. But it's a kimono dragon. I'm not showing him because he was resting in the grass. He was kind of hard to see. But the first, what do you call it? I was gonna say pavilion. It's not pavilion. The first paddock was a kimono dragon. I walked inside to bats. And there is a bat bypass, but I love bats. Bats are probably one of my favorite animals, and they're pollinators. There they are. Look, they're up top, they're hanging upside down, they got their little faces covered. It is bat nap time, because they are nocturnal after all. So it makes sense, this is nap time. Oh, big stretch. I don't know if we can see it. Can we see it? Big stretch. Oh yeah, big stretch. So I was talking to the cast member inside of the bat house, and I learned something new. Every time I talk to the cast member in the bat area, I always seem to learn something. And I was asking her if there are any bat houses around the Disney property, because you know they're good. They're pollinators. They do insect control. Bats are good for the ecosystem. And she let me know that in Magic Kingdom, near the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, camouflaged, there are bat houses. So the more you know. So much like the Gorilla Falls Trail, the Maharaja Jungle Trek also has an aviary. So there are a lot of birds flying around in here, tweeting and chirping. It looks like it's feeding time.
Gold crescent minus.
And that concludes the Jungle Trek. So there were a lot of great animals in there. There were Komodo dragons and tigers, bats. They were also flying foxes, but the flying foxes are just a type of bat, right? So that was awesome. I'm so glad I got to see all those animals. So with that, I think it also is gonna end my Animal Kingdom day. It's been a lot of fun. I feel like I've done so much. We started Kilimanjaro safaris, we saw the Festival of the Lion King, made it over to Pandora, we saw some dinosaurs, we went on Everest, and we saw more animals. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful park. And there is stuff I didn't even get to. I did not see the Finding Nemo show. I did not see It's Tough to Be a Bug. Yeah, there are other things here. There's also the Rafiki Planet Watch Discovery Center, which is also like a great little getaway area to go to too. And they have animation classes back there, so there's something else to do. But you can, there's no shortage of busy and things to do in this park. There really isn't. It's fun and so animal-centric and conservation-focused. I love it. But with that, I am done for the day, and I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.